Scheifele will grab it and brings it away through the neutral zone. Drops it off. Now they'll come across to Connor. Connor from the slot on the backhand. Tries a shot. Nedeljkovic, no problem. Will move it around. Left wing points and a little deflection's able to knock it out into the neutral zone. But San Jose right back in on the attack. Dellandrea sends it towards the goal. Comrie got a piece on it. Now in behind the net. DeMello first on it. Plays it around. Comes back to him in behind the net. And now a race for it. Opportunity here for Koepke. He's got a good burst. Walking in all alone and he scores! Top corner, no doubter. Koepke puts the Jets on the board early.
Burst of speed as Ferraro's at the end of a shift. He's gassed. Koepke, no contest. He skates up the ice, and as impressive as the speed was, how about the accuracy on this shot? I mean, the old Mark Messier kickstand, and he plucks the top corner like a 30-goal scorer. That's number 8 on the year for Cole Koepke. I really like excellent bottom 6 player for this Winnipeg Jets team. What a beautiful finish.
Here comes Smith for San Jose. Drops it off. Celebrini, a quick shot, and Comrie got a pad on that.
And then look at him, wins a face-off, and then he just takes off. The transition for Celebrini, the top line, but the entire team for San Jose is dangerous.
And Scheifele will control just inside the Winnipeg blue line.
Boy, is he deceptive. I thought he was going to pass that. He cracks his wrists.
Here's a quick shot. That was Connor. We're on 40 goal watch for Kyle Connor tonight. Sherwood will chip it in. Heinola back on it. Knocks it around to Lowry. Velarde tied up, gets it back to Lowry. Has Perfetti with him. Lowry will get the blue line, drops it off to Perfetti. Perfetti walks in, quick shot. Nedeljkovic got a shoulder on that, back up to the point. Another shot in, and this time no traffic.
Nice job, one shot, good clear from Samberg.
Celebrini back in on the attack. Slowly in over the blue line, looking for help. Pressured. Almost lost it, but they will hang on. Eklund's shot. Comrie, good first save. Second one as well, but they score on the rebound. Put home by the youngster Chernyshov, and we're tied at 1 in Winnipeg.
Has to be scratching his head saying, how did Celebrini win this stick battle? It's against 2 different players. I thought Connor was gone. A heavy stick from Celebrini keeps it onside and keeps it alive. And puck ends up down at the net, and Chernyshov finishes the play in tight first.
And since coming up and joining the big club, he's essentially scoring at a 25-goal pace over a full year. Now Winnipeg back in on the attack for Celebrini, and a long way to go in this one. Now here's an unfriendly bounce, but it's broken up and knocked away, and it'll be brought back up the ice. Rosén walks in, tries a shot. Nedeljkovic takes it in the belly, plays it back in behind the net. 9 minutes gone in the opening frame here in Winnipeg. Final game of the year on the final night of the NHL season.
Not one, but 2 really nice chances from this second line with Niederreiter, Perfetti, and Lowry. Beautiful width. That's a nice pass. And a shot from Nino Niederreiter sitting at 499 points. It was Nino that set up Perfetti for that.
And now it'll be brought back the other way. Celebrini walks in. Throws it across to Smith. Smith sends one through. That was redirected in a heads-up play by Comrie. Lost it, and now Winnipeg a chance to clear. Good look to Morrissey. Now he'll flip it ahead to Lowry. Lowry in over the blue line, drops it off. Perfetti backhand in the slot. That one off the shoulder of Nedeljkovic. Rosén will play it back up top. Miller's going to walk the line. Return feed, shot through. Nedeljkovic got a piece of it. Now plays it in behind the net. Niederreiter drops it off. Perfetti up top. One-timer coming from Miller. That hit the skate of Mukhamadullin. And watching and wisely covering it. Drops it off to Scheifele down along the left half wall. Taves in the high slot. Side of the goal, Velarde throws it across. Connor was in time, and Nedeljkovic is there to deny that attempt at 40.
Set, or when they're not expecting it. Really clean, efficient puck movement. Little sauce pass. You can see there where Kyle kind of waits, and he's going to say, okay, I'm going to pick my spot. Nedeljkovic over, sets up, but he tries to beat him low blocker side. Good shot, better save from Nedeljkovic, out strong to challenge.
Celebrini will scoop it up as Winnipeg makes a quick line change. Klingberg, return feed to Celebrini, knocks it up the boards. Chernyshov tried to go back to him again. Celebrini, far side, great pass, and what a goal! Celebrini sets it on a platter for Smith. And Macklin Celebrini has tied San Jose's Joe Thornton.
You want to see snapping that thing around. This is a really headsy play from Macklin Celebrini. On the bottom of your screen, he knows where he's sending this puck long before it arrives on his stick. Gathers it with his feet, boom. Little tic-tac-toe into the back of the net. No chance for Eric Comrie. Nice shot from Will Smith, but it all started from that quick little snappy pass.
Enters his own left wing side, drops it back to Perfetti. Perfetti took a look, then spun it back up towards the blue line. Now Lowry, high slot with a shot, a quick one too. And Nedeljkovic was ready for it. Another one in front. Niederreiter throws it towards the front of the goal. Perfetti was there, but he couldn't find him. Now back up, right side, left side to Sandberg. Sandberg takes a look, sends one through. No rebound to be had. Niederreiter was parked right on the doorstep. 115 points in an NHL regular season. Here's a quick shot. That side of the goal. Smith is there again. Comrie's down. He makes the play. Smith now sends us towards the goal. Comrie quickly steers it into the corner. Celebrini finds Smith. Quick shot. Glove save. Couldn't control the rebound. 5 shots in the first minute and a half of this period for San Jose. Here's another one, and Comrie's got that too, as Misa was right on the doorstep. And now Mukhamadullin will skate it away. Left side, pretty good look. Finds Eklund. Eklund walks in, cuts wide, throws it back in front. Mukhamadullin had continued up ice with him. Getting a look here late in the season. He's had over 90 points combined the past 2 years on the back end with the Barracudas in the American Hockey League. Now here's Vilardi with a quick shot off the iron.
That pass from Mark Scheifele was a ripper, and just that close to tying this hockey game. Put the steam on that pass from Scheifele. Wow.
Well, and Vilardi got all of it too. Now it's knocked away. Possible odd man rush. Graf walking in on his off wing, cuts to the middle and a shot, and he scores. Excellent finish. 21st of the year for Colin Graf.
Vilardi hits the post and out in the counter from the San Jose Sharks. Chris Graf, 23 years old, he cuts in. These are difficult for goaltenders when you've got speed heading north and then that change of direction. Now you force the goaltender to have to...
Sandberg with a nice little toe drag, and they're able to get out over the blue line, and Lowry back in on the attack. Drops it off for Perfetti. Now here's Niederreiter, and he stopped his best look of the night. And drops it off side of the goal for Taves. Takes a return feed. Now Taves again. Vilardi in the high slot. Connor back up top to Morrissey. Will he take it? He does. Nedeljkovic there. Vilardi in front off the side of the goal. How'd he miss? Back to Scheifele again across to Connor. He fires, and Nedeljkovic stops that too. Back and forth we go here at the Canada Life Center. Chibrikov moves it ahead. Yager puts on the brakes, throws it across. Kepke off the post. Oh, he fired that one on net.
Feet get the team out of trouble. Feet get him in a position to score. And good read from the kid, Lambert, in the right place to make that defensive play.
Scheifele plays it ahead for Connor. Connor walking in, tried to jam it home. Nedeljkovic is down. Where is it? Stretch pass to Perfetti, picks it up neatly on the backhand, drops it off to Niederreiter. Niederreiter's going to walk in, another crack at it, and Nedeljkovic. How about Johnny doing his job, eh?
Oh man, he's all over it.
Misa, look at him, he's going to wind it up. He's got Sherwood with him 2-on-1. Misa walks in, keeps it, stop, rebound, scores. The rookie bangs it home. 9th of the season for Michael Misa.
Needs more help, no doubt about that. The first one's on him, and he makes a really nice save, but you talk about speed, there's a lot of it. A 2-on-1, and Dylan DeMello wisely kind of stays in between the shooter and the passer. Taking pass, gives shot to Comrie, but a lot like Kyle Connor's goal the other day. One shot, quick hand stick with it, and that one is just too much for Comrie to handle, not on him whatsoever. And
He's going to be a pretty good player. Lambert gives it to Morrissey. Now they'll drop it off to Taves. Taves off the crossbar. Sherwood near side for Eklund. Time ticks down. Eklund walking in, makes a nice move, drops it off. Comrie's got another one. Another crack at it here. Back to the point. That's sent in. Comrie makes the first save, not the second. Banged home by Eklund. And San Jose takes a 4-goal lead late in the second.
Piling on here a little bit in these last couple of shifts, but you cannot put any of that on Eric Comrie. Look at the focus dialed in, but just a couple of missed assignments, and that's just a little bit too easy for Eklund, who had a primary assist on the first Misa goal, and then tucks one here in behind Eric Comrie, who makes a couple of saves and just proved to be a little bit too much here. 5 on the board here with 5 seconds left here in the second.
Chernishoff again, or this is Smith rather. Smith finds Celebrini. Kicked it back to Klingberg, back to Celebrini, quick shot and he scores! Oh, a beauty! The sensational Celebrini stands alone at 115 points this season.
Around that wraparound attempt, and then Celebrini, who the puck just wouldn't leave him alone on this shift. He gets it and rips it. So smart using Jonathan Toews as a screen. Comrie can't get eyes on that, and another really explosive start, like the second.
With Connor pressuring along the boards, gets it to the blue line, not out. Morrissey across to Scheifele. Scheifele across to Connor, was stopped by Nedeljkovic. That had 40 written all over it, but Nedeljkovic closes the door, now a 2-on-1 the other way. Dellandrea walks in, throws it across, and Comrie's there with the denial. Jamming away, Comrie's down. Puck still loose, no whistle just yet.
To have his third 40-goal season, and at the other end, Eric Comrie, look at the span and the stretch the Cella would have.
Gives it away. Sandberg plays it. Here's an opportunity for Connor. Walking in, looking